Thank you for joining me as I present my nomination for Molecule of the Year, butyric acid. I would like to first introduce my molecule by giving some basic background information. My compound goes by the name butyric acid, and its chemical formula is C4H8O2. It has a molecular weight of 88.05 grams per mole, and it does not have any enantiomers or chiral centers. The physical characteristics of butyric acid are that it contains a carboxyl group attached to an R group, which makes it a carboxylic acid. It is an oily, colorless liquid and has a taste somewhat like butter. Its odor has been described as rancid, unpleasant, pungent, and piercing. The melting point is negative 5.1 degrees Celsius, or 22.8 degrees Fahrenheit, or 268 Kelvin. The boiling point is 163.75 degrees Celsius, or 326.75 degrees Fahrenheit, or 436.9 Kelvin. Butyric acid is soluble in water, ethanol, and ether. The chemical characteristics of butyric acid include its stability at room temperature and has an oral toxicity to 50% of tested rats at 2,940 milligrams per kilogram, and a dermal toxicity to 50% of tested rabbits at 6,083 milligrams per kilogram. It causes severe skin burns and eye damage, harmful to aquatic life with long-lasting effects. It has a flash point of 170 degrees Fahrenheit, meaning that it produced enough vapor to ignite the air at that temperature. It is flammable, and when using it in lab, one should avoid flames and sparks. Butyric acid is used by humans in many ways. It is used to make industrial tools and coatings, made into esters with nice smells and flavors, to be used as food flavorings and perfume. Its powerful odor is even used to bait fish. It contains a carboxyl group attached to an R group, which makes it a carboxylic acid. There are other molecules that are used for their smell and taste, like butyric acid, and there are also many other carboxylic acids. Overall, the benefits of butyric acid include that it is used in things that smell pleasant, like butter. Some claim it has positive effects in your gut and promote eating foods that contain this naturally, such as cheese, milk, and butter. It is used in many industrial processes and in the making of perfume and flavorings. Some drawbacks of butyric acid is that it is found in very stinky things like vomit and spoiled milk. It is corrosive and toxic, and people exaggerate claims about butyric acid to sell supplements that are not necessary. You might be confused as to why something that smells so awful in its natural state would be used in flavorings and perfume. The reason is that what makes a perfume smell nice or flavor taste good is the result of many layers of smells being orchestrated together to make a sort of art. Many otherwise nasty smelling things are used in perfumes as a background musty note. Certain animal anal secretions are often used for this purpose. Some historical information on butyric acid is that butyric acid was first observed in its impure form in 1814 by the French chemist Michel-Eugène Chevreul. By 1818, he had purified it sufficiently to characterize it. Also, he is one of the 72 French scientists, mathematicians, and engineers whose names are inscribed on the Eiffel Tower. Butyric acid comes from multiple sources. It is prepared industrially by oxidation of butyraldehyde, and can form naturally by the anaerobic fermentation in the colon as body odor, vomit, milk, butter, and more. It is both found in nature and man-made. In its natural state, it exists in small amounts. If you want some of this compound yourself, you can get it for free in your own body or let some milk spoil. But to get butyric acid in its purified state, you would have to have a special license to get it since it is a dangerous chemical. So, is butyric acid a hero or a villain? I proudly nominate butyric acid Villain of the Year. It is the cause of so much stink in the world: vomit, BO, rotten milk, and more. It was even once used as a weapon in its rotten butter form against whale hunters. Also, companies try to use this fancy chemical name to sell health supplements which are not needed and have no proven effect. The purified form is corrosive and toxic. Although butyric acid has some redeeming qualities, I think this just makes the bad parts even more dubious. Thank you for joining me and learning about butyric acid. I hope you enjoyed.